Hello, I'm MVX and this is QnA Saturday, the weekly series I run on my channel, and answer some of your questions that have been left on my channel over the past week or so, particularly on the last QnA Saturday. These tend to be about 50-50 split between, Minecraft console next update, which we're currently calling TU52, and also between just the rest of my life in general. And today is no exception, and I have 10 more questions I wanted to answer from the comment section of last week's QnA Saturday. If you have any for next week, leave them in the comments down below. But let's get straight into this one, shall we? And a reminder, you can like the video if you like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets know you do like the Q&As. But with that said, let's get straight into the first question, which comes in from you. I don't know if that really is me, but they say, will you have a series for Minecraft Nintendo Switch when it releases? So yeah, now we know Nintendo Switch version of Minecraft is coming out in 3.5 weeks now, May 11th. So a lot of people asking, like, are you going to do this, are you going to do that? Honestly, the new edition of the game is probably the least exciting we've had in a while, because it's kind of just an upgrade from an existing version, but it's not really much of an upgrade. But what I will do is I'll probably stream it when it first comes out. I'll probably do like a full technical breakdown if you want to know, is Minecraft on the Switch worth buying? If you have a Switch, is it worth getting a Switch to play Minecraft on the go? Because bear in mind, a lot of people don't like playing Pocket Edition on the go, and they want to have like a console version of Minecraft. Is the Switch version going to be that ultimate version? I think so, but I'll obviously have to, give that some trying. So again, expect a few videos on it, and I'll probably do like a mini live stream series, like, 3 live streams in a week, but there won't be like, Minecraft Nintendo Switch Part 1, Part 2, as I think right now. I mean, maybe there's going to be some massive revelation that'll make me want to, but right now it's just going to be like, oh yeah, this is a cool new place to play Minecraft, and that's kind of how it is right now. So yeah, with that said, let's move on to the second question, which comes in from Cosmix110, who says, #Q&A. Why do you say bear in mind a lot? And yeah, I say bear in mind, and I say cool an absurd amount. There's a lot of phrases that I know I say too much, and sometimes I'll like say a sentence and restart it over and over again and say bear in mind like 3 or 4 times. It's terrible, I know. It's one of those things where I think when you're talking, because I'm talking to a microphone right now, or like to a camera, or anything like that, and you're like under some amount of pressure, the things you're saying aren't necessarily this amazingly thought out thing. Instead, you're just kind of flowing off the cuff, because a normal conversation, it isn't like this constant flow. It's like they talk, you talk, and you kind of recharge as you're going, which is why a lot of people, like, if you put a camera on someone, they're going to say something that's not necessarily representative of themselves all the time. And in particular, one thing you'll notice of all people who talk to a camera is like certain catchphrases, I guess, or like, sometimes they're like deliberate catchphrases, but a lot of the time it's just like there are things that your brain kind of automatically goes to, and for me, it's bear in mind. So bear in mind, see, that time it's more like a catchphrase, isn't it? So just, yeah, bear in mind that I obviously am going to be saying that a whole bunch more, and I try to avoid these things and like fix them in my mind, but this really is one of those things where even, this last question, I figured let's just go off the cuff and respond to it. I probably didn't make too much sense, because it's really hard to, like, under pressure, try to not only, continuously try and get your thoughts out, but also create new thoughts at the same time. And I think this is why a lot of people use repetitive language, because it's a really good thing in English, or I guess in any language, to not say the same word over and over again. It's something I try to avoid, but it's something that will happen, like, kind of by default if you let your brain do it, and that's confusing. Maybe that's confused everyone, and if that's the case, let's move on to something less confusing, like this question from Sci-Fi Pie, who says, "Hey Toycat, did you see the Minecraft ad posted on the official Mojang channel for April Fools? What did you think of it?" And I did see the Minecraft ad. In case you didn't, it's their April Fool's joke this year, and let me just play a few seconds of it right here.
Survive in extreme wilderness in unparalleled resolution, thanks to the highest quality pixels anybody has ever seen. The Mine and Craft digital leisure device. Grasp your new reality today.
Yeah, see, it's a really cool device, right? I'll admit, like, that highest quality pixel thing actually gets me each time I watch it. It's actually a really good little April Fool's joke. Like, it's just a harmless little, here's a commercial thing. The only thing I didn't like about it, like, I really liked the ad. I thought it was well done. The only thing I didn't like, it's a reference to Game & Watch from Nintendo. The only thing I didn't like about it was the fact that usually we get, like, this cool April Fool's snapshot style thing where, there's some wacky new features to play with, and they're always fun to go back to each year. But this year it was more just, oh yeah, we made a commercial, and that wasn't quite as fun to me. But yeah, I really liked it. It made me laugh, I'll admit. And yeah, that's the Mine and Craft device, which actually, a lot of people say they'd like to buy it, and although I wouldn't, realistically want to play a game that looks like that, it has some really cool packaging, right? It really does. So yeah, with that said, let's move on to the fourth question, which comes in from I Am The Tamim, who says, #Q&A, what minigame do you think is going to be in Minecraft? Or what next minigame do you think is going to be in Minecraft? Have a gravel date. First of all, have a gravel date. What did I do to you to deserve that? Like, I could have killed your parents, and I think that would still be an overreaction of, like, have a gravel day toy cat. But, no, let's respond to the actual question, which is, what do you think the next minigame will be? And I think it will, you know, I've said this a few times before, but Skywars seems more likely now than ever, at least in my head, because, you know, if they do one big minigame each year and then one slightly smaller minigame, what would be an easy small minigame? Skywars. All you need to do is program some islands, make the islands change each time, make the center change each time, and boom, you got yourself a minigame. And although I'd love to see this be a 16-player minigame, an 8-player minigame, even if it is just an 8-player minigame, it's just make 8 islands, make them a bit randomized, make the loot randomized. Oh, you've got yourself, because it really is just battle, but like set in the sky, and I think that would be kind of wonderful. So I really think it will be, you know, Skywars. I think Build Battle has a possibility, but I really want to see another PvP-based minigame. I don't know why. I don't think, you know, necessarily that's everyone's opinion, but it is my one, and that's why I think Skywars will be next, and that's why you've probably seen, if I did this right, some Skywars gameplay in the background, me just playing it, because it used to always be my favorite console minigame, like years back, like 2013, 2014, I would just live stream it every Thursday, and I'll do that again at some point, actually, but it's one of my favorite little minigames that I used to play, and I'd love to see it be an official one. That'd be like, that'd be a wonderful thing to actually see. So, yeah, let's move to the next question, which comes in from Ethan Hopper, who says, can you make the perfect pizza yet? And then a winking face, and the answer to this question is, yeah, I can't really make the perfect pizza, but I can make the perfect tasting pizza. Like I made, so okay, if you've heard me the story, I tried to make pizza and I failed like horribly, maybe 2 or 3 times in a row, and it was like tasty enough, like it was edible, but it wasn't like good pizza. But then I like kind of mastered the recipe of making it, and now I make like the most delicious pizza, and it's so good, and like I feel like it's better than any pizza, almost any pizza I've had before. But the thing is I can't make it look presentable yet. It looks like a gross mess, but it's so tasty, and that's delightful. So yeah, I've got to improve the presentation so I can make the perfect pizza and like impress people with it. But right now, I've made pizza that like I can fall in love with, and isn't that the important thing? I think it is, Ethan Hopper. So yeah, that's it. Let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Fwingo T, who says, #Q, does the ad boycott affect your YouTube channel? So yeah, the thing about this is, if you don't follow YouTube news, basically because of just some random news sites, it wasn't like a real issue, but they went after YouTube because there was a chance if you watch some extremist video in the first 1,000 views, then that, you know, some ads from like some big companies play, and those big companies were like, whoa, we don't endorse this, pulling out of YouTube. The UK government put out YouTube, like hundreds of companies put out YouTube, and this means there's less ads going around, which means basically less ads on YouTube because advertisers don't want to be seen next to anything unscrupulous, and they can't really technically avoid that. And yeah, basically this means there's less ads, which means there's less money for people who make their money off ads, like I guess yours truly, myself. So yeah, does it affect my YouTube channel? It does, but not as much as most YouTubers are claiming. So honestly, you know, I even though it sucks that like, you know, it's maybe like 10-15% like less money just being made for no good reason, I was already going for like my channel was already like, you know, hit really hard for other reasons last weekend, so it's like, well, I guess YouTube is super unstable because, you know, how many times has this happened in the past like month or so, and you know, that kind of sucks. But truth be told, I'm glad that like there's more, like I've got the second channel, I've got like people who are super chatting, there's like extra, you know, income sources coming in that are like making it a little bit less scary. And honestly, it's just one of those things where I think a lot of YouTubers are going to realize like, oh god, if you try to make this your whole thing, which is what I've been doing for the longest time, YouTube can just like screw up and that can go poorly. So yeah, fortunately I'm not doing too as poorly as some people are. It's only been like a 15% drop. I think most channels are in the situation where honestly it's really good to pretend that you're being really screwed, right? It's really good to pretend you're in the worst situation ever. You know, YouTube ad boycott is making me homeless, because that's what makes the catchy titles. That's what people want to believe, because if you say that, then it's like people rally behind you in that way. But for me, it has just been like, oh yeah, well, there's less views and there's less money per views, and that sucks. But I guess I have to just like, you know, keep jumping. You know, it doesn't help just to be like, oh, this sucks. Please, can we, you know, like, you know, complain at YouTube or something? It just has to be like, oh yeah, well, I guess let's try and make some more videos and pray. Or I mean, I'm gonna make the same number of videos, but let's pray one of those videos as well or whatever. And that's kind of the situation right now. It sounds bizarre, but there's maybe too much information about the YouTube ad boycott on my channel. Yeah, it does affect it. I don't think it's as big as some people like to say, but it is a notable dent. It'd be like if yeah, it's a noble dent. That's a good way to describe it. And let's move on to the next question, which comes in from April Checker Troop, who says, #QnA Cat today. As you've done a few day in the life of Toy Cat videos on this channel, will you do another setup video after you build your new PC? I had to cut it off because it's like a super wide comment. But yeah, will I do a new setup video? I want to do a setup video or a house tour. I'm not sure which. Maybe both. Maybe like just one or the other. I'm not entirely sure yet. But I do want to do it off my new PC's built. I have this PC from this is the first PC I bought for YouTube. I bought it like like the first summer after I started, I think it was, and yeah, it's been a really good PC. It's still lasting me, but I'm getting a smaller one. I'm getting one that's like more travel sized, that's more powerful, and I'm looking forward to this thing being built. So I'm going to do the setup video after that's there, because there's lots of stuff that needs to be set up, and I might also do a house tour. I'm not entirely certain, but yeah, as well as just doing more day in the life Toycat stuff like that, I do want to do like start this kind of now, like do more videos of like, I guess, real life Toycat and stuff, like playing Minecraft is fun and stuff, but I think it'd be cool to like branch out a little bit into like, oh yeah, let's do a day in the life every time something's happening, or let's do a travel vlog over here every now and then. And I actually wanted to hear some of your opinions on that. Like, should I do some more travel? Like, should I try a travel vlog on this channel next time? Because like I'm going to Russia in a month actually, and I think that would be cool, because I'm probably gonna like I feel like Russia's a scary enough place, but let's vlog it and let's see what's going on there. Maybe that's an idea. I don't know. Like, let me know what you think with your comments, and I'll read those, and then I'll come to some informed decision. So yeah, that sounds good to me. Let's move into the next question, which comes in from a Sly TDE, who says, when are you going to get a world record attempt in Glide? When are you going to do the tumble challenges? So yeah, when it comes to tumble, the reason I don't like play it too much on live streams or in general is because people seem to hate tumble. Like, as far as the free mini games, battles, exciting, Glide is exciting. Everyone seems to hate tumble. I think it's like okay, but that's not good enough. So that's why I don't do tumble challenges and stuff like that. But what about the world record attempt for Glide? So I did it for this first map when it first came out, and I spent the first 2 or 3 days in it, but it's just so much time after that to just dedicate to like looping and looping and looping that I figured, let's give up the times on this one. Let's when the next map comes out, which is probably next Tuesday, we don't know for certain, but when the next maps are out, I'm gonna try and get the world record for at least one of them. So look forward to that. Again, presumably next Tuesday. We don't know for certain. I'm just guessing pretty heavily, but either next Tuesday or the one after or whatever it is. But yeah, I'll do some live streams on my channel, and I'll get the world record. Hopefully, if not the world record, then like first, second, third. Let's try and get like top 10, because yeah, that's something I have a lot of fun doing, and I'll do that in the future. So there's the answer to your question. Let's move into the next one, which comes in from Jackaboy, who says, how do you backlog so many videos in advance? Do you look at your plans and then just record in bulk? So yeah, if you don't know, maybe this spoils the illusion, but because I like to upload every single day, twice a day, and this means I have to upload sometimes in advance, because I travel out the country where I literally cannot record sometimes. So the reason that I actually do this like backlogging thing that some people do is because it means that I can have 2 videos every day. A lot of channels just say, oh yeah, we take every weekend off, and to me that's a bit silly. Like, well, I watch YouTube every day, and I'd like it if every channel I watched upload every day, so I make sure I can upload every day, even if it's a lot harder. So what I do is every, like, most of the weekdays, so like, Monday to Friday, or sometimes Monday to Saturday, I focus on like, making a bunch of videos each day, and then I can like slowly release them. So on an average, like, I guess let's call it like average 4 or 5 day thing, I release maybe 14 to 6, I have like 14 to 16 videos, so every week there's an extra like video or 2, and those slowly build up, and then when I need to go away for a week, I just release those slowly over the week. And that sounds confusing, but that's kind of the process I use. And yeah, there's the answer. So how do I backlog so many videos? It's because I record an extra couple each week, because this is my full-time thing. I can, again, it takes a lot of time to do it this way, but like it's the way I like to upload every day, so I make sure I do it that way. And then I have to like have like lots of plans ready. It means I have to like schedule my days a bit more, but it means that I can go to Russia if I want to. Yeah, bringing that back, aren't I? So with that said, let's move on to the final question, which comes in from Ryan St. Clair, who says, #Q, where are you going to travel to next? I'm actually going to, I doubt no one has heard of it, but it's a relatively small city in Germany called Aachen. It's like 2 A's. I don't know how you pronounce that sound. But the reason I'm going there is because there is a border point nearby, and it's for the second channel, if you're familiar with that. Basically, there's a border between Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands, and these 3 countries like meet at one point, and that border point is really cool because this is like a fascinating thing as far as borders go if you're not from Europe. Basically, most European Union countries, with a lot of exceptions, actually just don't have borders between them. So even, or like they do have borders, but there's no controls. So you can just literally hop between Belgium to Netherlands to Germany, and you've gone to 3 countries in the space of, like, let's call it a second, and I'm going to be doing that and maybe making a video on it, like, because, again, that'd be a fun thing, and yeah, that's where I'm going, because also, again, Aachen, whatever the city's called, is also, like, the old birthplace of the Holy Roman Emperor, so I know it's, like, an old place with a border thing. I'm going to go there on this Saturday, next Saturday, the one that's not this Saturday right now, and yeah, that's where I'm going next, and then after that, it's probably going to be Russia, again, Moscow, Russia, in, I guess I'm just just over a month after that. So yeah, still working on the visa process for that. A little bit annoying, but that's where I'm going and when. Ryan St. Clair. And that was actually the last question of the Q&A. So I hope you did all enjoy it. I would appreciate a like on the video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot. And you know, YouTube ad boycott money. Gotta make that money somehow, right? Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel. And if subscribed, you'll see them daily on your homepage. And a quick little plug, you know, I said like second channel plug, this and that plug. Remember to check out my live streams every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 PM UK time. Search 8 PM UK time, and you'll see when I'm live streaming. And yeah, apparently the super chat donations from there are like actually like a serious part of my weekly thing now. And also, you know, because YouTube ad money or something, in the description there's links to buy not only an Elgato if you want to buy a capture device so you can record gameplay. There's also links to get Amazon Prime membership, I think, and you can sign up for a free month using that link too. There we go. There's all the Toy Cat ad things. Hope you all enjoyed that. So yeah, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like if you liked it, share if you really liked it. I think I said that stuff already, so I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.